My mama told me that I have too many talents to not be sharing them with y'all. So if this video feels random, blame my mother. Multifaceted magnet. You heard what I said. What is up, Nisi gang? Hey, hello, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We are gonna be talking about some things in this video because your girl has been a little bit bored. And by bored, I mean I didn't want to do nothing creatively. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to do naysayers. But in order to get myself out of a creative funk, because the last two videos were talking about depression, I promise you I'm not that much depressed, okay? We're getting out of a depressive funk. We're getting out of this mess, stress, and drama and all that hoorah. So I have started a list of things that I've been doing creatively to get myself back in the swing of things. If you are in the same space, go on, take out your pen, your pad, your notebook, write it on down, because we're going to yap a little bit. So this is basically 10 things that I've been doing that has been helping me to get back into my creative zone and also just feel like myself again, because I hadn't for a while. This has been getting me to the space to where I can feel like my brain is not as clouded as it normally is. So the first one on my list has been trying new things. And I know that sounds like such a broad topic. However, when I say trying new things, I mean things that I have not done before. I recorded a video recently talking about I'm about to be 29 in June. And so my 20s will be coming to an end soon. But there are so many things in my life that I want to do that I haven't had the chance or opportunity to do. So I wrote down, it's supposed to be 29 before 29. It's probably just gonna have to be a 30 before 30 because I got a month to get everything finished. One of the main things on there is trying new things. And one of the things that I recently did in a previous video was I went to a rap battle with my friend. If you know and you followed me long enough, you're very well aware my husband makes music. My husband has been making music since before we got together, since he was like 3 years old, okay? But we've never gotten the opportunity to actually go to a battle. And since I have so many friends in the music space, one of my friends who is a battle rapper invited us to go to a battle with her. And it was a lot of fun because it was something that was very different. And I'm one of those people, I like the wordplay and the flow and all the artistry behind it. So that was one of the main things that I did. We also recently went to a Japanese festival. It was the Daikon Festival here in town. And they just celebrated culture. They had like different Japanese cultural things that they did. Like they played the drums, that everybody was dressed up. People got clothing, all types of stuff. But it was something that was fun for the whole family. It was free. Love that. And when I say free, I mean the food, everything. The bouncy house was all free in the name. But it was just one of those things where it wasn't just fun for me, but it was fun for my girls too, because we got to be in a new setting. So trying new things for me has been opening my mind up creatively, which has been helping my editing because it gives me a new viewpoint to create from. So number two is very simple and very basic, but it's not very basic. It's literally finding local events and going out with friends. I know to most people going out with friends is like, oh, that's common. No, it's not for me, okay? I work 2 jobs, this content stuff and my business. I work a full 9 to 5. I got 2 kids at home. Going out with friends got to be scheduled out. Anyway, going out with friends and finding local events. And what I mean by that is finding new spaces for creativity. Recently I went to an event with a group, a community like organizational group called A Gathered People, and it was a lot of fun. They do events basically every Thursday, I believe, and they host them. There's a different theme for each one. You can get to dress up, you have drinks. It's really creative. And as I've always said, as a creator, the most important thing that you can do before you start getting brands to fly you out is to go and find curated events. So I was really glad to have not only have friends who are willing to go to those events, but also find those spaces for myself. So number 3 on this list is books. If you know me, this is not a surprise. I was that kid that used to get in trouble because I would check out like the max amount of library books. Like my mom was like, girl, you sleep with books under your pillow. So this is really not a surprise, but I was in such a kind of funk that I literally stopped reading. Stopped reading. Yeah, it's insane. But recently I've gotten back into reading on my Kindle and just buying new books. And also my homegirl, my girl, I'm gonna drop her in this video. My girl Keezy, we started back reading. To be honest, She kind of helped me get out my funk because we started reading a book together. But having someone to actually share it with got me back into the swing of things. And then the minute I picked up that book, I picked up another one and another one and another one and another one. And I share these stories. I share the books that I read on my page, Niecy's Notes. So if you are a book reader, then you should definitely check out the page. And I want to share more books and book styles. So comment your favorite genres and we can talk about it. So the current series that we're actually reading is the Lights Out series. If you haven't read it, I definitely suggest the first book. If you are a person who doesn't like adult romance, I would not suggest this book for you at all. Find you something safe to do. Okay, but that is the current series that we're working on, but I also started another 2 more series, which I can definitely share those as well. And going from number 3 to number 4 is my writing. Like I said, I'm a big reader, but I am also a writer. Why do I have 19 books currently in progress? Don't judge me, judge your mama, okay? Because I don't know. However, I've gotten back into my writing space because I've always wanted to publish my romance books, and I haven't. If you follow for a while, you know that I have published 2 books before. One when I was in college, which was 10 Steps of Success for Student Parenting. And then my second book was actually my content ebook. It was Content 101, which I'm relaunching this year as well. But I've been getting back into my writing. I currently have like 3 books with over 50,000 words now. So I'm really excited about that because it's been helping me to be more expressive in a different creative space. I ended up making all of the main male character images. Definitely will be sharing that. That was a process within itself, but we could yap about that any other time, okay? But the goal is to definitely release at least 1 book before 2026 is out. So y'all have to hold me accountable for that. So number 5 on the list is gaming. If you know my man, he is a gamer. He's a comic head and a gamer. I've recently gotten into gaming. Now, I've always played The Sims. I've played The Sims for years. Everybody know, you know, us Sims girlies, if you know, you know, we locked in like this. However, I've branched out a little bit. I've been playing Borderlands with my husband. I've also been playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is something I've actually really enjoyed playing. It's a really fun game for me. I started the Hogwarts game, and recently my husband made me play GTA. Y'all, I've never played GTA in my life. And I really think he be trying to like intentionally stress me out because why did he start me on Elden Ring? Like, I don't know what his vendetta was or his beef that he got with me, but baby, when I say that first little part of the game had me stressed out, he was like, just run away. I run away and it's a 20-foot man beast chasing me. I said, this is anxiety inducing. It was fun. It was a new experience. We actually have some content for our gaming stuff. I have a few video clips. I will share them with y'all.
So the cow caught on fire and ran away.
Beef. Ground beef. You better go get that nigga and make some burgers.
They're kind of all over the place, but it's just been fun to not only get into, again, a new form of creativity and expression, but also getting to do something with my husband. Me and my husband do a lot of things interconnected, but being able to find something that he enjoys and then turn around and enjoy it myself has been really exciting. I also started Disney Dreamlight Valley. Y'all, I'm a Disney head. Okay, I got started on this game and I haven't put it down. Love and hate that for me because I know eventually the game has to come to an end, but we gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. But I got into Disney Dreamlight Valley and that was a lot of fun as well. If there are other games, especially in like the cozy game space, but the game like creative space that you all know, that you all have tried, definitely let me know because I want to do more. And like I said, me and my husband do want to get back into our Key and the Queen gaming, which we haven't done in a while. So recommend us some stuff. And then I'll come back and share some stuff with y'all. Period. Okay, cool. Moving on to number 6. I have a degree in dance. I went to school for dance and theater. I graduated with my degree in dance. I haven't been to a dance class in a while, and one of my goals is to definitely get back into dancing and moving because for one, I like the way that my body feels when it's active, and dance was such a like intimate form of expression for me. I have a very, very strong connection to music. I love music. I will literally sit and dance in my house all day long by myself sometimes to no music. But I just enjoyed the way that dance was so freeing, not only for me physically but for me mentally. And I feel like since I haven't been dancing recently, I can definitely tell in my body, even the way that I move now. Parts of me that felt more fluid then are a little bit stiff now, and I don't like that at all. One of the main things is going to be getting back into dancing, dance classes. The last vlog I did, we went to Low Mill, and they actually have a dance studio in there, and then there are also a few other dance classes around in the area that I will be getting back into. Anything from contemporary to ballet to hip hop to heels. The preference of dance doesn't really matter to me, and the style of dance doesn't matter. It's just dancing as a whole has always been important to me, and I want to bring that back to the forefront. Another thing that I've been doing instead of doom scrolling is trying to get back into media, and by that I mean watching things. I feel like I haven't just sat down and enjoyed movies. I hadn't. Recently, we've been throwing movies on during our shifts to kind of let the time pass. And so I started this thing to where I've been watching different franchises of movies. I have an entire list of movie franchises that we've started. We've done the Resident Evil ones. We've done Scream. I did House Party, Blade, Spider-Man, Percy Jackson, The Equalizer. Child, I did the Scooby-Doo series, okay? Everything to just get back into a media space without sitting and watching content for hours. Because the thing is, when you make content and then you work on other people's content, you gotta find something else to do. So getting back into franchises has been a fun way for me to be able to do that. Which also leads into number 8, which is anime. I am an anime girl, okay? Period. I love me some anime. If you can't tell, that's literally an Attack on Titan poster behind me. And I have a JJK poster over there. And there's some more anime stuff in this house. I have been finding a lot of different animes. If you don't know, I think I've said this before, but the first anime I ever watched was actually Blue Exorcist. First one I got into. I didn't even start on like the Naruto and DBZ. No, I started on Blue Exorcist in college. Yeah. But I ended up going back, watching Naruto. Of course, we watched Dragon Ball Z. We watched that with the girls as well. Attack on Titan, phenomenal anime. JJK, My Hero Academia, Windbreaker. We also watched Vinland Saga, which is a beautiful anime. And if you're one of them people that's like, oh, anime is for children, get out my face! Out of my face! Out of my face! Because it's not, okay? You go and turn on Attack on Titan and let your 5 or 6 year old watch the first episode and then come back and tell me if it's still for kids. Okay then. But getting into anime has been one of my favorite things as well. And it's kind of been putting me in a space to where it's like, oh, okay, my brain is freeing up some of that cloudiness. So now I want to try different things with the way that I create. We are at the home stretch. So number 9 is finding new music. Finding new music. Like I said before, I love music, but I am an R&B girl, if you know me. I'm an R&B girl, but I'm also like a hip hop girl, because for some reason, I did the little trend on Facebook and they were like, oh, what type of vibes do I give off musically? And everybody was like, you give off such like earthy girl vibes. And I said, me? Baby, I listen to Finito taking my kids to the bus stop. Me? I don't think I give off earthy girl vibes, but apparently that was a common thing. They was like, oh, you look like you only listen to like the SZA and the soft girl music. And I'm like, I be playing Duke Deuce at 7 in the morning. So I don't know where that image came from. But finding new music has been one of my favorite things. I think my favorite part of it has been not only just searching through the radio and listening on my TV, they have the music stations, but on TikTok, there are actually a lot of good artists that promote their music. One of my favorite people that I found recently is Spencer Diamond. He is a artist, an emerging artist, whatever, but he has some really good songs. It's so funny because he actually posted a TikTok and I commented his lyrics and he responded back. I was like, thank you for the love. Period, Spencer. But he's one of the people that I've found that I've really enjoyed. I definitely want to do a My Current playlist for y'all so y'all can get some of the music that I do listen to, and then we can also share some music. If y'all have music recs, definitely, like I said, drop it down below. Books, animes, movies, music. Drop that thing like it's hot in the comments. Period. And last, but certainly not least, okay, is finding new hobbies. Like my mama said, I do a lot of things. And when I say a lot of things, I mean I model, I write. As a graphic designer, I'm a social media manager. I've learned how to code. Photoshop and Adobe, I learned and taught myself all of that. There are so many layers to me as a person, and I felt like I really had to niche it down to make other people comfortable because I didn't want to be like braggadocious. But I like learning new things. I am a learner. I've always liked learning new things. So getting back into that has been discovering new hobbies. I recently got back into coloring. I love coloring. I have like one coloring book right now. I need to get some more, but I love coloring. That's been one of my favorite things. I also got back into cooking, which, if you know, I do a lot of cooking content because I just love to cook. I genuinely love to cook. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm a little sidetracked. Anyway, my mama came down here this past weekend. Y'all, Friday we had fried chicken, greens, and yams. Saturday we had roast, mac and cheese, strawberry cake, and cabbage. Then Sunday we had lasagna, chicken wings, and Rice Krispie treats. Big backs. My brothers done pulled up to us and we coming to get a plate. Of course y'all coming to get a plate. We was eating all weekend. Child, I was in the kitchen. I said, this is why I'm gaining so much weight. Anyway, but cooking has been one of my favorite things. Cooking is always going to be something that I love. I love when my friends get to come over and we're doing like planned events. Me and Dee are going to start doing planned dinners, so I'll be sharing that with y'all. We bought 3 cookbooks. One of them is the Wakanda cookbook, so we will be having a Black Panther movie themed night with drinks and food and all of that, so I'm excited for that. But cooking, baking, I baked a blueberry pie, I believe it was, with my daughters for the first time because my baby saw it in a book. She literally read the book and said, Mom, there's a recipe in here, let's make it. So we got into baking. Yeah, that was interesting for me. I never even had blueberry pie until I made it myself. But getting into cooking, getting into baking. I also started crocheting. Y'all want to see my duck? Look at my Bookie. He a little lopsided, but he was made with love. Ain't he cute? He's so cute. He sits on my desk. Listen, this is my first time ever crocheting something. I was so excited to see what I had done. Like I said, he a little crooked. He got one wing a little higher than the other one, but it's wabi-sabi. That's what makes him special. Don't judge me. I don't consider writing a hobby. That's just part of the business. But just small hobbies that I've been finding and I've been enjoying, learning, getting back into like coding and all of those things. And that's what it is, creating DIY fashion stuff. I have really been in the mood to like design my own clothing, and this actually stemmed from my daughter. So my daughter drew on a pair of her shoes. She also drew on a pair of her pants. Now I know any other parent be, oh, don't draw on nothing I pay for. No, I saw it as she was expressing herself in a very creative way, and I thought that was really fun and it was really unique because now nobody has the shoes that she has because she put her own designs on them. But it did make me want to get back into fashion and DIYing my clothes. When I was younger, I used to cut up like a lot of my shirts and stuff all the time, and my mama used to get on me. She was like, girl, don't be cutting up stuff I bought. But she had given me the opportunity as I got older to actually cut and design my own stuff. So recently that's what I've been doing, and I've just really enjoyed the opportunity to again express myself in a creative way. So yes, that was my top 10. That's all I got for y'all for this video. We'll be coming back. Y'all will be getting some more book recs, y'all will be getting music, y'all will be getting anime, and y'all are going to be getting more creative content from me. I feel like I am a creative individual, but I don't share it enough. I don't share as much as I want to because I felt like I needed to clean it up. I don't really give a rat's ass about that anymore. So y'all are going to be getting some videos that you probably never seen on my channel before. I hope you stick around. I hope you love them. Y'all already know what it is. That's it and that's all. I love y'all. If you like this video, what you need to do, give it a like. If you got something to say, put that thing down in the comments, okay? And if you want to see more, then subscribe and hit my notification bell like that, so you can catch up on every time that your girl every time we pursed. Every time that country came out a little bit. But that's it, and that's all. I love y'all. I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.